I took a different approach with these pedals. Instead of mounting them on my rig as soon as I got them, I let them sit in the box while I spent some quality time with its sibling, the CPP-lite. I wanted to see how much cost cutting I'll be dealing with. Now I'm no stranger to budget pedals, but this one really had me pondering its existence. While thoroughly impressed, initially I thought it suffered from identity crisis, but then, you know what? I'm jumping ahead of myself. Why don't we cover the good and the not so good first, and then we'll circle back to that. For 2 pedal set, it is priced at $319, and for 3 pedal set, $369. If planning on upgrading from 2 pedal to 3 pedal, the clutch will cost $50. The pedals are CNC machined aluminum and offer 3 stages of adjustment. There are mounting holes on the back of the arm, potentially hinting at an Apex series haptics. Maybe. The faceplates are also proper aluminum with a smooth finish. Height and angle adjustment is also fairly straightforward. The base plate is plastic and has evenly spaced out holes for mounting the pedals. But it is not the plastic which bears the stress. Beneath it is a steel plate which takes care of all the stress generated. This is also what contributes to most of the weight of the base plate. I measured its thickness at 5mm and weight at 2.2 kilos. Safe to say the pedals aren't going anywhere. The heel rest is a stainless steel cover which sits over the electronics. And when I first took it apart, I was genuinely surprised to see it. It looked flimsy but isn't. It's almost a millimeter in thickness, which I believe is sufficient to bear the load of feet. Throttle and clutch use Hall sensor, and I'm actually impressed with the resistance. I was expecting mediocre resistance, but it's surprisingly close to CPP-lite, though the travel between both pedals vary a bit. Speaking of which, I'm yet to make a review on CPP-lite, but this brake feels exactly the same, minus travel. It uses the same 10 megapascal sensor as well. If anything, I like the brake more here compared to CPP-lite simply because I prefer my brakes force-based with as little travel as possible. And the shorter travel in here made things quite easy for me. There are spare elastomers and springs in the box so you can get your desired braking feel. Also, the wall mount comes in as standard, so in case you have a desk mounted setup, no need to worry about spending extra. Now let's talk about the not so good, and I won't be talking about the pedal's arm length or its limited travel because those aren't valid criticisms. This is priced at a specific range and some trade-offs are expected. Mainly there's only one thing I want to talk about, the hydraulic brake. As cool as it sounds to have a hydraulic brake on your sim setup, the real question is it better than a traditional load cell or does it have any impact on performance? And honestly, no. The reason being, does not matter if it's load cell or hydraulic. At the end of the day, it is the elastomers or spring getting compressed. Sure, the mechanism differs, but it does not feel any different. At least, to me, it did not. Also, I found no measurable performance gain over a load cell. Some might find it better immersion-wise, but it didn't feel any different to me. That said, the brakes are genuinely good, and not once I felt like there is any sort of compromise in terms of performance. Now that we have covered all of this, let's circle back to my initial thought. What was I talking about?
You were impressed with the pedals.
Huh?
You were impressed with the pedals.
I was impressed with the... Thank you. Thank you. I was impressed with the pedals. So, while thoroughly impressed with its performance and what it offers, I could not help but wonder why it exists and does it suffer from identity crisis. The reason I say that is because you cannot compare this to a traditional pedal set in this price range. It's honestly on a league of its own. Let me explain. This right here is the entry level range with the Moza SRP 3 pedal set costing about $185-90 US. Then you have the Simagic P500 for $210 US for 3 pedal set. If we go slightly higher, we touch the $300 to $400 range, where Simpson Pro X Ultra 3 pedal set with heel plate, one-way hydraulic damper on the brake and no haptics costs $377 US. V&M Lite for 3 pedal set and no heel plate costs $370 US. The main difference between the pedals from these two tiers is the construction, fit and finish and size. These are full-sized pedals with a lot of travel and adjustability. These offer decent adjustability but with reduced pedal travel. And somewhere between these two is CPP Apex. Its cost puts it somewhere here, but its functionality is borrowed from the high-end pedals. But then the cost cutting comes in and it becomes a steroid-infused distant relative of this tier. What Conspit has done is address the shortcomings of an entry-level pedal by taking features from CPP-lite and introducing it in here at a decent price. Now it performs very close to CPP-lite and punches way above its weight class. Its brake can actually put a lot of pedals to shame. But here's the important part. If the hydraulic brake and load cell brake perform similarly, and for roughly $400 you can get a full-size pedal such as V&M Lite or Simpson, why would you pick this? Hence the puzzle. The performance is undeniably good, the build quality is on point, the brakes are amazing, but its positioning is what makes things tricky. If you are in the market and want high-end features without the high-end price, or maybe if you want to try hydraulic brakes, these are an excellent option. Maybe the only option. Does that make it budget pedal or premium budget? I don't know. All I do know is comparing these to a traditional pedal set of similar price range is going to be a bit unfair for these. These are really in a league of their own. That's been it. I've been the Napman and may the downforce be with you.